data analyst? And I'm sure this question might be bugging a few of you out there. So without any further ado, let's have a look at the agenda of this session. So I'll start off this video with a brief on who exactly a data analyst is, what does a data analyst do, and moving forward I'll guide you through the path one should take to become a successful data analyst. Then we'll have a look at the various roles and responsibilities of a data analyst and the various skills one needs to have to become a successful data analyst. And finally, I'll end this video with the salary trends and the companies hiring for the data analyst. So let's get started. Now, data is increasingly shaping the systems that we interact with every day. Whether you are searching something on Google, using Siri, or browsing your Facebook feed, you are consuming the results of data analysis. And considering there are more than 3 billion people who are using the internet, a quantity that has tripled in the last 12 years, and 4.3 billion cell phone users, that's a heck of a lot of data. Given its transformational ability, it's no wonder that so many data related roles have been created in the past few years. So today our focus will be one of the most important roles, and that role is of the data analyst. So before understanding what are the roles and responsibilities of a data analyst and the path one needs to take to become one, let's understand who exactly a data analyst is. So a data analyst takes data and uses it to help companies make better business decisions. A data analyst delivers value to their company by taking information about specific topics and then interprets and analyzes and presents the finding in comprehensive reports. Many different types of businesses use data analysts to help. As experts, data analysts are often called on to use their skills and tools to provide competitive analysis and identify trends within the industries. Now, what does a data analyst do? Data analysts translate numbers, trends, and trajectories into digestible and accessible information. A data analyst's job is to take the data, collect it, and analyze the data and use it to help the companies make better business decisions. The data analysts are responsible for collecting, manipulating, and analyzing the data, and they use systematic techniques, standard formulas, and methods to analyze the relevant information. Then they typically prepare reports detailing the results for their analysis. Often the main goal of a data analyst is to solve the issues that cost the company money and to help make decisions for expanding the business. Now that we have understood who a data analyst is and what does a data analyst do, let's have a look at the path one should take to become a data analyst, especially if you are a beginner or you are doing a bachelor degree. So first of all, the first step to become a data analyst is to earn a bachelor's degree. Most candidates for entry-level jobs will need a bachelor's degree in math, statistics, computer science, information technology, finance, or economics. All of these subjects place a heavy emphasis on statistical and analytical skills. Now, after you have earned your bachelor's degree, it's time to tune up your technical skills. So these technical skills are statistical methods and packages, having control over R or Python or any of the SAS languages, knowing data warehousing and business intelligence. Data cleaning, visualization, and reporting techniques plays a lot of importance in the data analyst job. So it might help to gain a better job if you know about all of these. And you also need to have a knowledge of Hadoop and MapReduce, as they play a major part in the big data ecosystem, and of course machine learning techniques are very important. And after the fine tuning of the technical skills, it's time to develop the business skills as well. So as you can see here, we have analytical problem solving, which implies the employing best practices to analyze large amounts of data while maintaining intense attention to detail. We have effective communication, in which using reports and presentation we need to explain complex technical ideas and methods to an audience of laymen. Now creative thinking is a very important part of the business skills. It involves questioning established business practices and brainstorming new approaches to data analysis. And that is how you get new insights from data which are been stagnant and they are still there with us. And then we have the industry knowledge, in which we have understanding what drives your chosen industry and how data can contribute to the success of a company or an organization's strategy. Now, once we have developed these business skills, consider going for a master's degree or any analytical certifications online or offline. Any advanced degree will offer more job opportunity and ways to advance your career. Employers want candidates to have an array of knowledge and be familiar with the latest technologies and tools. So consider a master's degree in data science, data analytics, or big data management. Now, these programs will generally provide exposure to the newest software programs from experts in field. Many universities partner with the corporations to create team assignments, internship, and capstone projects, which will which will help you to gain invaluable real-world experience while earning an advanced degree. And that's it. After completing all of these steps or following this path, it's more likely that you'll become a successful data analyst. Now let's head over to the roles and responsibilities of a data analyst. Now, depending upon their level of expertise, data analysts may work with the IT teams, the management, or the data scientists to determine organizational goals. They can mine data from primary and secondary sources. They need to clean and prune data to discard irrelevant information. They also need to analyze and interpret results using standard statistical tools and techniques, most of which involves majorly R, Python, we have Tableau or SAS. They also need to pinpoint trends, correlation, and patterns in complicated data sets, as it plays a huge role in the data analyst's job description. They also need to identify new opportunities for process improvement, provide concise data reports, and clear data visualization for the management. A part of their role also involves designing, creating, and maintaining relational databases and data systems. And finally, triage codes, problems, and data related issues. Now, like business analysts, data analysts often possess sharp technical skills complemented by strong industrial knowledge. They have a complete understanding of relationships that exist among the organization's various databases and data sources. They obtain information using complex query statements and advanced database tools and techniques. So here are some of the skills that are required for a data analyst jobs. We have analytical skills, communication skills, critical thinking, attention to detail, we have mathematical skills, and finally we have the technical skills and the tools. So let's get into the details of these skills, starting with the analytical skills. Data analysts work with large amounts of data, including facts, figures, and number analysis. They need to see through the data and analyze it to find the conclusion. Now, coming to the communication skills, they present their findings and translate the data into understandable documents or reports. They also need to write and speak clearly and be able to communicate complex ideas into easily understood terms. Now, critical thinking is also an important skill, as data analysts must look at the numbers, trends, and data in order to formulate the conclusion. Attention to detail also plays a very important part as data is precise. Data analysts have to make sure they are attentive in their analysis to come to the correct conclusion, as even a slight error or a slight shift in the reports might lead to the business having a downfall. Now, as I mentioned earlier, mathematical skills are a very important part. You need to have a bachelor's degree or a master's degree in which you have certain mathematics involved. So data analysts require math skills to process the numerical data and also all of the statistics that is involved in the analysis part. And finally, we have the technical skills and tools. So there are many technical skills and computer programs that a data analyst must have in order to be proficient. Some of the skills include SQL, XML, we have JavaScript, we have languages like R, Python, and then we have SAS and Hadoop. Now, if we have a look at the salary trends of data analysts, so according to Glassdoor, the average salary of data analyst is $83,000 per year. That's a lot of salary for a data analyst, with the minimum being $54,000 and the maximum being $107,000. And if you are going for a senior data analyst position, the average salary is even more. It's $106,000 per year with a minimum of $71,000 and a maximum of $135,000. Now, the demand for data analysts are everywhere in the industry, with the increase in amount of data being generated every second and the information businesses can gain from that data. Here are some of the companies from a pool of hundreds who are always looking for data analysts to help their business expand and create profits. So as you can see, we have Dropbox, Adobe, IBM, LinkedIn, we have Red Hat, Uber, Walmart, and Chase. So as you can see here, we have companies from all the different domains. So guys, now I'm gonna show you the data analyst master program here we have at Edureka. So as you can see here, this data analytics master program consists of 11 courses. It has a flexible schedule, and as you can see here, our master course alumni work at all of these companies, these reputed companies. All you need to do is click on the enroll now button, and then you just need to select your particular batch. So out of the 11 courses, these are the top 4 courses and rest are the self-paced courses. So first of all, we have the statistical essentials, in which we're going to deal about the probability, the Bayesian inference, regression models and statistics. Then comes the data analytics with R, in which we will learn about some of the data manipulation, exploratory analysis. We have data cleaning, data mining, data visualization, regressions, and also we'll learn about sentimental analysis. In SAS training, we'll learn about the advanced statistical techniques, as we have learned about statistics essentials already. So we'll go into SAS macros, we'll go into SAS ODS, and we'll perform all the advanced SAS procedures. And after that, we'll go for the visualization aspect of a data analyst job, which is the Tableau training. We'll learn about the LOD expressions. We have the Tableau desktop, Tableau public, data visualization, and finally we have the integration with R. Now that's not it. We have a set of 6, or I should say, I think we have a set of 7 self-paced courses. We have ClickView certification training, we have advanced MS Excel, we have R, programming certification training, analytics for retail banks, decision tree modeling using R, we have machine learning with Mahout, and finally we have advanced predictive modeling in R certification training. Now these are 7 self-paced courses. You can take up at any time, but these are the top 4 courses which you really need to focus on, so as to get, it will help you to land a good job as a data analyst anywhere. So it'll probably take you around 15 weeks to get acquainted with all these 4 courses, and finally you'll be able to land a good and successful job as a data analyst. So guys, with this we come to an end of this session, and I hope you understood the different aspects of data analyst, who exactly a data analyst is, what are the various roles and responsibility of a data analyst, the salary trends, and most importantly the path one needs to take to become a successful data analyst, especially if you're a fresher or you're in college and you're really looking for a clear path as to understand how to start your career as in data analyst aspect. Because if you want to become a data scientist, it's important that you become a data analyst first, as As in many companies, data analysts are often referred to as junior data scientists. So if your dream is to become a data scientist, you first need to become a data analyst. That's for sure. So guys, I hope this session helped you gain knowledge about data analysts. The various salaries, as you can see, the salary trends. The salary is a lot for data analysts, and that's it, guys. I'll be staying up for quite a few minutes to take up your queries. So if you have any queries, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get back to you as quickly as possible. Thank you. So Siraj asked the question, without bachelor degree, is there any way to become a data analyst? So for that, I must say that you need to have a degree which is equivalent to a bachelor's degree. So anything related to statistics, computer science, finance, it can be computer science or even information technology, anything which has the same uh, level of knowledge you need to pass the bachelor degree. A same level of knowledge is required, so you need to go for a certain level of certification there. Prajna asks, I have done my MBA in finance. Is data analyst career good for me? So, Prajna, I would say that if you have done your MBA in finance, okay, so it depends upon your background in the BTech aspect or the previous bachelor's degree you have done as well. Because uh, if if you have a certain knowledge of programming, that will help you a lot to land a job for data analyst. And as I showed you just now, that the salary hike for data analyst is so much, and as you can see the salary trends, if you compare it with the salary trends of 2018, there has been a 25% increase in the salary. So I would say that it's a great line of work. And if you're looking for a job as a data scientist or a data engineer, I would say data analyst job is also good. For the fee schedule, you can refer to the Data Analyst Master Program website, the link to which I'll share it on the comment section. So the Diksha's question is, what is the price of this in Edureka? So uh, let me just show you. So it's $1,000, but in Indian rupees, if you check, it is 69,000 rupees, and you can also pay it through EMI, simple EMI at 11,607. As you can see, the original price of the course is 1,24,000, and we have a discount of 54,000. That's a huge discount you are getting here right now. That's a limited time offer. So guys, I would suggest you go for this course, the master program course, which is offered by Edureka. So Ravi asked this question: what are the prerequisites required knowledge for the data analyst choosing as a career? So Ravi, I would say that most probably having knowledge of mathematics, statistics, and even a slight bit of knowledge of computer science. And by computer science, I mean the coding aspect of it, because data analysts need to perform certain codings in R or Python environment. And since Tableau offers a lot of option to skip that coding aspect, but there are certain cases where you need to have those required skills, which are like you need to have a basic knowledge of how programming works. Now, Prashna's question is, which language should I learn first to start to become a data analyst? Now, this is a very tricky question as it comes down to personal preference, whether you're going for R or Python. But see, Python has a slight edge over R when it comes to choosing the different libraries, because Python has a lot, and by lot I mean it has a lot of libraries. So for that you can use Python, but honestly it comes down to your own preference, whichever you find it easy to work with. Because in R you have a lot of visualization which can be done very easily, but the same can be achieved through Python also. So ultimately it's your choice. Now, an important question here from Vikas is that how can a fresh graduate or a fresher become a data scientist? So, uh, sorry to break you this, but you cannot just become a data scientist, because data scientists always need to have certain bit of experience. As a fresher, you cannot apply for a data scientist role anywhere, as you might have searched anywhere on LinkedIn or any of the pay scale or Indeed, you might have found out that they require a minimum of 3 to 5 years of experience in that particular field. So it's probably best if you have a certain level of experience. I would say 2 to 3 years. Start from the data analyst aspect and just move ahead with your career, and you'll land a job as a data scientist most probably if you're keen to work in that area, I'd say. Lalit, you can refer to our top 10 algorithms for machine learning video. It's quite a popular one. And I'll leave the link to that video in the description just for you. Donald's question is I am interested in the master data program. How long can one take to complete the course, considering that I have other work to do and I have bachelor's degree in ICT? So, Donald, I would say that it will take you around 15 weeks, as I mentioned earlier, because the classes are scheduled in such a way that it does not affect your personal work. The classes are scheduled mostly on the weekends, and it's a pretty, I would say, it's flexible timing. So, see, you have four courses that are on live basis, which are being held on the weekends or weekly basis. It's up to you. It's according to your preference. And as far as the rest seven courses go, that are all self-paced, you can watch it anytime. So watch it according to your preference. And I would say it would take you minimum at least 15 weeks to get acquainted with the data analytics master program. Now, Vikas has a very good question here. What is the difference between data scientist and a data analyst? So, for that, I would say data analyst, as I mentioned earlier, sometimes also referred to as junior data scientist, and that is because data analyst, you can easily land a job as a data analyst as a fresher, because it does not require a lot of experience, because you are not taking the lot of decisions for the company, as those decisions are being taken by the data scientist as well. uh, so I would say data scientists often they they work in the deep learning aspect as well. So that is not the part of or the job description of a data analyst. They work for various machine learning, artificial intelligence algorithms as well. Their main focus is on the business growth aspect, not from the visualization or the report creating part. Uh, Here are some of the differences. For other differences, you can refer to our blogs which we have on data analyst versus data scientist. I'll leave the link in the description for you. Now, Samir has a question that I'm an electronics and communication engineer willing to become a data scientist, and I'm 30 now. So, Samir, anytime shifting to a data scientist is always a good option, especially if you have a. I'm sure electronics and communication has a certain bit of coding experience you might have got during your bachelor's degree, and you can use that prior knowledge and you can start with it any day. And as far as the age goes, if you're 30, it doesn't matter you're 30 or 40, you can shift to any of the you can shift any time to this profession, I would say. So guys, this is it for today's session. Thank you for being with me for such a long time, and I hope you enjoyed this session. Thank you.